So, hi and Assalamualaikum. My name is Muhammad Arif Rashidi bin Zainal Abidin. I'm from RSR 2455A. So, my metric number is 2021-355-029. So, today I would like to explain to you about my individual assignment in subject statistical in sport and behavioral science. So, let's go. So as you can as you can see on the slide, this is the question one. Ikmal want to identify any significant difference in mean of cholesterol level between group A and group B. So as you can see, this is the data for group A and group B. So for the solution for question one is independent variable, which is group A and group B. The dependent variable is cholesterol level. And for the statistical analysis is independent sample, which is, we use the independent t-test. So for the distribution of data, we use the test of numeracy, which is using the Kolmogorov and Smirnov and Shapirovic. So for the assumption, for the first point is cholesterol level, which is dependent variable, is a numerical data. And for second point is the random sample, and for the last point is two samples are independent of each others, which means is the group A and group B are independent observation. For the name, the number one is you need to put group, and for the number two is cholesterol level. So for the decimal for group is 0 and for the cholesterol level is 1. And for the value number 1 and apple group O group A and number 2 group B. And then okay. So for the next is measure. Go to the measure. So for group is nominal and for the cholesterol level is scale. So for the this is my mistake. So for the group remove, we need to put it back. B A then okay. So go to the data view. You need to put the data. And then for the cholesterol level is number 6, 6.4, you need to put the data. 5.8, 6, 5.8, 5.9, 6.7, 6.1, 6.5, 6.3, 5.8, 6.4, 5.4, 5.6, 5.5, 4, 4.5, 6 plus 6.1. Then now we are going to do the test of normality. So we need to go to the analyze and then display statistic and then explore. And then you need to put group on the factor list, cholesterol level on the dependent list, and then go to the statistic, take outline, continue, plot. You need to write on the histogram and normality plots with 10 and then continue and then okay. So you have to wait for the result for the test of normality. So since the sample size is below than 0.05, you need to see the result for my mistake. So as you can see for the test of normality, since the sample size is below than 50, you need to see the result on the Shapiro rate. So the result of two group is greater than 0.05. So this the data is normality distributed. As the data is distributed normal, we can continue with the independent t-test. So on this slide, which is the state of the hypothesis for null hypothesis is there is no significance in mean of cholesterol level between group A and group B. So for the alternative hypothesis is there is significance in mean of cholesterol level between group A and group B. Okay, now we do the independent sympathy test. So go to the analyze, and then you need to go to the mean and the independent sympathy test. So for the group, put it on the grouping variable, and for the cholesterol level is you need to put on the state variable. So for the option, you need to make sure the confidence interval percentage is 95%. So continue, and then we need to go to the group and define the group. So group 1, and for the group 2 is 2. So continue, and then okay. So as you can see, this is the result of independent sample t-test. So as a result, the significant total is 0.07 and 0.012, less than alpha, which is 0.05. So the null hypothesis is rejected. So as the conclusion, there is significance in mean of cholesterol level between group A and group B. So on this slide, you can see the question 2. So Iskandar want to compare the chance of scar of the burn patient before and after treatment. So the measurement are taken 1 day before and 1 week after the treatment. So you can see the data before treatment and the data after treatment. So for the solution, is dependent variable, we use the scar area of burn patient, and independent variable is measurement, which is before and after treatment. So for the statistical analysis, is the dependent sample, which is spread t-test, and the last is distribution of data is using the Kolmogorov, Smirnov, and Shafirovic. So on this slide is the assumption. For the first point is the dependent variable must be the numerical data, and for the next is the random sample, and for the third is all observation are dependent, and the last one is the observation different, which is before and after treatment is not are normally distributed. Okay, next we do the question 2. So for the number 1 in the name, we need to put the before treatment. And for the number 2, we need to put the after treatment. Then for the decimal, both of these is you need to put 2, and for the measurement is scale and also scale. Okay, next we go to the data view and put the data before and after treatment. Four, 8, 7, 2, 6, 2, 3.0, 2.0, 7.0, 7.0, 6.0, 4.0, 4.0. So after you put the data on the before and after treatment, you need to go to the transform, and then if you need to compute variable, and then for the target variable, you need to put differences, and then for the before treatment, put in the numerical expression, and then this one, and then after treatment, put it also on the numerical expression, and then okay, and we need to wait for the result. As you can see on this slide, this is the differences between treatment and the after treatment. So next we go to the test of the normality. So for the first step, if we need to go to the analyze, and then take the descriptive statistic and take the explore. And then before treatment, you need to put it on the dependent list, and then take the statistic, write down the outlier, continue. The blur, you need to put on the histogram and the relative flow test, and then you continue, and then you okay, wait for the result for the test of normality. So this is the result of test of normality. Since the sample size is less than 50, so you need to look at the Shapiro width of significance. As we can see, the significance is larger than 0.05. The distribution is normal, so we can proceed to the practice test. So on this slide, you can see the state of the hypothesis. For the null hypothesis, if there is no chance of scar area of the burn patient before and after treatment, and for the alternative hypothesis is there is the chance of scar area of the burn patient before and after treatment. Now we are okay. Now we are going to do the sample t-test. For the first step is you need to analyze, and then go to the Kaplan mean, and back to the sample t-test. Before treatment, you key into the sample variable, and after treatment, you key into the variable, and then go to the option, and you need to make sure the confidence interval percentage is 95%. So you need to continue and okay. Okay, next, look at the paired sample statistic. Look at the paired sample statistic. There is a larger difference between the mean for the before and the after treatment. And for the paired sample test, after that, see the result of the significant to tell the volume is 6 sorry, 0.000, which is less than alpha 0.005, and automatically the null hypothesis is rejected. So for the conclusion, there is a chance of a scarce area of the bird patient before and after treatment. So thank you from me.